Hi there, question for you. How do people communicate in 2017? Do they use words, pictures, videos, puppy ears, multicoloured things coming out of people's mouths, games, apps? Well, the answer is they use all of them. That's the problem. Businesses have no idea what to do now because they think, well, if I'm going to have to reach my customers, I'm going to have to use a whole range of different things to try and reach them. And I don't really know where to start. Well, my name's David Taylor and I'm the Chief Training Officer for the Digital Company. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about content, this stuff which we all need to try and communicate with our chosen audiences. So, first off is the written word. We're all comfortable with the written word. We get taught it at school. It's drummed into us. We all have to read and write. We're familiar with emails. We're familiar with reading online and websites. And that's very, very important. I myself am an author of 2 books. Books are still very important. In fact, books are making a comeback, very much so. So the written word is preeminent and it's still very, very, very important. In fact, only this week I saw a report talking about the return of direct mail because people are overloaded with so much different content online that when they actually receive something in the post, they get all excited about it. Oh, look, I've got a letter. Remember letters, everyone? So the written word is really important. Not going to go away, but it's obviously changing. And the particular change is time and also generations. So we have a generation coming through, we call them millennials, and generally speaking, they don't particularly enjoy reading or writing. They've grown up in a digital age, and for them, it's all about images, it's all about video, it's all about engagement. At the same time, we've got older generations, we call them the Gen X or the baby boomers. They simply say, oh, I don't have time to read newsletter, or I don't have time to read emails. They don't even read newspapers in many cases. So the thing is, how are we going to engage with them then? What are we going to do to capture their attention in a way which is going to be engaging? Well, the answer is we create images or what we call infographics. So infographics are colourful pictures which tell a story, and that story can then reach out to people so they can engage with us. And lots of organisations are now using that instead. For example, when I give a presentation to small businesses or an organisation, what I'll do with my slides, I'll have virtually no words. I'll just use pictures because pictures tell a story and they're much more interesting than a whole load of words on a screen. And people find words boring or they simply don't have the time to read them. So images and infographics, really great. If we move a step further than that though, we've got videos. And video now is really, really important. And it's so easy to do. I'm doing this video from my home. I'm doing it with my smartphone. I've got a clip-on mic and I've got a cheap video stand for my phone. So I can actually do nice pieces to camera. And any small business can now start using video authoritatively to help communicate, engage, grow their brand, etc. Really, really important. We've got live video. We've got live video on Twitter via Periscope. We've got Facebook Live. We've got YouTube Live. Video is so important. It's so easy. It's so engaging. And of course, it gives you brownie points on Google, brownie points on Facebook, brownie points on Twitter. It's a no-brainer. You should really, really be thinking about using video content as part of your marketing and engagement strategy. But video isn't the only game in town. We've got some other things coming through, and I've just mentioned a couple of them earlier on. First up, we've got what we call lenses and filters. This is a way of overlaying an image you've taken with something else, a drawing, elongating your image, or putting puppy ears, or a horse's nose, or just lots of funny different things to do. And what it does, it's embellishing everyday pictures and turning them into something different. And those are being used successfully by some brands. For example, Foot Locker. Foot Locker is sponsoring Bitmojis, where you can turn yourself into an avatar, and what you can do is you can dress your avatar in Foot Locker clothing. It's a great way of getting that brand out there. Second up is what we call emojis. So emojis are the funny little characters people use within text, messaging, etc. So the happy face, the sad face, the poo, the Edvard Munch, the cake, the beer, the cycling, the football, whatever. And instead of using words, you're just using pictures. In a way, we're going back to caveman times. We're, scrawling on the corner of the cave about mammoths being chased by men with sticks. Well, now we're getting back to this, like, we're not using words, we're just using pictures. And that can easily be used in something like customer service to engage with customers there. And the final thing is what we call gamification, which is the ultimate content creation, where you're turning content into a game people can play. So let's take, for example, a loan application process. Really, really dull, but people really need to see it to understand. So you could play the loan application game. So you put in some variables, you download the app, you see how you're doing, and you do a sort of snakes and ladders game. It's like, oh, well done, you've paid off your loan early and it's fantastic. Or, oh, I'm sorry, you've lost your job, you've defaulted on that loan. And it really makes people understand what it is that loan will mean to their lives before they take the loan out. So it's a really great way of turning something really quite dull into something quite interesting. So those are the bits of content out there. Just a little bit of a recap then. Firstly, you've got to be creative. It's no good putting out any old crap and hoping for the best. You've got to be really creative and innovative in the content you're coming up with. Secondly, you've got to think about the type of content you're going to be using. Is it going to be written? Is it going to be visual? Is it going to be video based? And that really depends on your customers and what your customers want and what they engage with. And the final thing, you've got to test and measure. If you're coming up with content, do people like it? Do they engage with it? Because if they don't, chances are it's not what they want and you need to change. But ultimately, it's about meeting your business goals. So that's a little bit of a walkthrough about content. We offer a whole range of training courses which build much more on that. We've got lots of advice, lots of things going on around online marketing and digital. So if you're interested, then check out Digital Company website and we've got loads more information. I'm David Taylor. Thanks you very much for listening. Take care. Bye.